How I want to wake up. I stood at the kitchen sink, my radio.
Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, bringing you another Call of Duty Black Ops commentary, and this is my first ever match on the new map Convoy from the Escalation map pack. So these games I'm going to be putting up, they're all going to be the first match. None of them are cherry picked, none of them are particularly great, but I thought it'd be interesting just to show an average game on these maps, and it gives me the opportunity to speak about what I feel about them now that I've played them a hell of a lot longer than when I first did these, and just a few opinions and stuff like that. And the first thing you'll notice is I'm running around with an MPL, and I think it's got rapid fire on it, hence why it's firing so quickly. And I'm just doing a standard thing. It's a domination, and the reason it's domination is because you can't currently select demolition in the Escalation map pack, so I played some of this first with a buddy of mine. And the first thing I noticed about all these maps, I don't know if it's because the only people really playing in the Escalation pack, in the Escalation game type, sorry, are people that still play, and people that still play fervently. And it makes me think that it's the people that have played the game long enough to know exactly what works and exactly what they're going to do every game for the rest of their time with Black Ops. And for anybody not following me here, that is the people right there that have the fucking Ghost on, that have, you know, they've got the Ghost Pro, they've got the Galil with a silencer, and that is what they run every single game. Ghost, FAMAS, Ghost, Galil, Second Chance. You know, just the average Black Ops wanker at this moment in time. And I rant a lot about Ghost, I really do. And it's just because I don't believe there's anything that effectively counters it. And I don't think being in the blue perk slot, that you know, you give up anything to use it. It's totally overpowered in every conceivable way. My main problem with it is the fact that it does slow the game down, as a lot of commentators mention. But you never know where you're going to get killed from. And it just ruins kill streaks, it ruins, you know, potentially good games. It's very frustrating. And the new map packs, they're all good maps. That is one thing I will say. They're all very different maps. They seem a little bigger. They seem like the lines of sights on them are longer than they are on some of the other maps. They're all pretty interesting. They definitely do feel like other games, I'm not going to lie. Like a Hotel feels a lot like High Rise. You know, there's a ton. I mean, the zoo feels a lot like Carnival, even though I never even played that map. But it looks very similar with its aesthetic and stuff like that. And look at that. That is a fucking connection fail if ever I saw one. And that is how overpowered the FAMAS is. That motherfucker weren't even aiming. I'm aiming on him with rapid fire, putting as many bullets down the line as I can. He has enough time to turn around and kill me. Fuck you. Fuck you in the eye. But Ghost ruins it, and the maps are good. The new maps are fantastic, but the people that play them are assholes. The giant fucking assholes. In fact, I've put UAV on because it's been the double experience weekend. So UAV is a quick kill streak. I can get it reliably, and I can keep getting points. And I've had it where no one's shown up on the fucking UAV because there's been that many people running Ghost. It's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous, and these maps really suffer for it because the people that have purchased them are the people that are still playing, and these people that are still playing are either the same bitches that were using Ghost before, or the people that got so fucked off that they were getting killed by Ghost have now started using it themselves, thus adding to the problem. But that is my main gripe with all of them, and that's the last thing I'm going to speak about when it comes to Ghost, so fuck that shit. Let's check this out. So I'm hopping over here onto the middle to try and get B, but I mean, look at this. Didn't even see that guy there. I wonder why. Because he's fucking Patrick Stewart and I'm Demi Moore. I've done it. He's Patrick Swayze, not Patrick Stewart. Fucking Castlevania's in my mind. But you got the reference, I'm hoping. I don't have to throw Whoopi Goldberg out there and, you know, the Unchained Melody. But it's unbelievable. And I'm not the biggest fan of domination on Black Ops. And my main reason for it is because I can't seem to, unless I've got a full team, I can't seem to control the game well enough, and I don't like being out of control. It fucks me off to death. And oh, once again, what's he wearing? He's got his bloody overcoat on. He's clearly a hardline player, wanker. But I've grabbed this Galil because sometimes, especially when you use the submachine guns, especially the machine guns that don't work, like the MPL and all the other ones, you know, the fucking Mark 11 and the PM63 and the Spectre, even though the Spectre is pretty damn awesome, you always feel outclassed by the assault rifles, especially the Galils, especially by the pharmacies and things like that. And it's a shame because you'll get to that point where you're so frustrated that you kind of just go, fuck it, I'm going to put my FAMAS on, this is it. And you have that one class that you've made for when you're either annoyed or when things aren't going your way. And it gets to the state where you even said to yourself, fuck it, I'm going to put the bullshit class on. And everybody has their own unique bullshit class. Mine is a lightweight FAMAS with dual mags because the FAMAS is ridiculous. And I mean, look at that. Just look at that. My other major gripe with Black Ops is connection, which you hear me bitch about a hell of a lot. And there's probably a ton of you thinking that it's just my excuse for not playing well, or it's my excuse, you know, for having bad stats, or you know, dying 10 plus times or something like that. And it really isn't. It's a fact. The biggest hole in my game when it comes to Call of Duty is that I live in a tiny fucking village that has more trees than it has people, and my internet provider is basically 2 fucking hamsters on a tampon string. That is it. I am on the highest residential package I can get. It's supposed to give me 20 meg download, but when it comes to gaming, because it's peer-to-peer hosting, I don't even get 3. So I get fucked, and I end up with 160 milliseconds of ping, so everybody's 5 seconds in front of me, and shit like that. But there are games where I get a good connection. There are games where I get a bad connection. Everybody's in the same boat. It all depends on, you know, the quality of your router, the quality of your internet, all that great stuff, and I'm not complaining because I do too much of that when I'm playing. But what I'm trying to get at is, there's always one guy or a bunch of guys in your game who has an edge on you when it comes to fighting. He full on has the edge against you. You'll come up against him one-on-one, you'll start shooting first, and he'll beat you. Every time. Regardless of gun, even if it's a FAMAS, whatever you're using, 74U, anything, he will win every single exchange. And you're always like, what the fuck? That guy's either got host, or he's on some, you know, Verizon Fios super fucking download limit internet, or something like that. Or he's in Korea where, you know, internet grows on trees. But there's always those people. And then, when you get the good connection, and you're on a fucking tear and people are going down in like 3 bullets like they're supposed to, 3 to 4 bullets or whatever you're using, you become that person. And it's those games where you get the fantastic ones, and that's probably what a lot of the YouTube videos are that go up on many commentators, where they get that connection, where they're above or have an advantage on the other players. And I rarely get that. I occasionally do when I play with a friend of mine called Lummy, because he lives in the village next to mine, and he's really close to the internet provider hub. So if he could pull host, I will either get a fantastic connection or an absolute dog wank, don't even bother firing connection. And they're the times when I generally have the really good games. I've actually got a game that I'm going to be putting up where I get a 27 kill streak on, I think it's a summit, and it's a decent gameplay, a demolition. But when I joined it, I was on a 3-bar, and you know, I'm always generally on a 3-bar or a 4-bar, and I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't really expect much. I was using an MP5 because I just prestiged, and I killed the first guy. I didn't think too much of it. Up close, the MP5 destroys people. And then I picked a guy's FAMAS up who I'd killed. Just lost my train of thought there for a second because of fucking Hulk Hogan on the TV, you bastard. Shave your tash! But I picked a guy's FAMAS up, I ran into the next room, and I killed like 2 to 3 guys, and they went down. It's like, I fired, they went down. There was none of that, I'm going to fire just a couple more just in case. There was none of that where you fire, you move to the next target, but they're still alive because your bullets didn't kill them quick enough, even though you thought they would. They died. They fucking dropped like stones. And that's when I knew I was on a good connection. And from there, I just ran around and started murdering dudes. And that is when you get that connection. So anybody who doesn't think connection plays a big part is just simply mistaken. Or they've got a fantastic connection, so it's never been a problem for them. Because it really doesn't matter about your skill level when it comes to latency. Because if you are in front of somebody when it comes to what is happening in the game, they can have the best shot in the world using the best gun, and you'll still beat them as long as you can get on target in the time it takes them to, you know, to catch up to where you are in the game. And that's why I bitch and moan so much about it. Because it just really frustrates me, and there's nothing I can do right now, but I'm going to work on it, and hopefully that'll help. But right now we are losing this domination because catching B is absolute fucking hell, especially when you've got this many ghosts in the room, because you don't know where people are. And because I'm using the MPL, because I wanted to get a few gameplays with it and do a few contracts, I'm not too good at the long range encounters, and this middle bit of the bridge is all one big long line of sight. So if you're using a G11, an M16, or any assault rifle that's reliable, even sniping, the PSG-1 is a beast on this level. You're going to have a lot of trouble. You're going to have a lot of success, should I say. And I mean, this is the first time I've played this map, so when I was running around, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. It's one of those where it's like, this is big, there's tons of shit, I'm confused, but I hope you didn't mind the rant too much. I'm going to be doing a first match video for the other ones. I have them captured. I've just got to commentate and upload them. So, as always, people, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Please support if you enjoy. Please subscribe if you want to get more content. And, you take care now.